Okay, welcome back. I told you we don't take long commercials here. So welcome back, and I'm really enjoying talking to you, ladies, wonderful ladies. And by the way, they are part of. And I thought divorce was bad, great authors here. Can you pull your your okay? Those this is their authors. All of these books together, they empower each other. And it's all about their wisdom, their story, and their wisdom, what they learned, and how they get out of relationship, and how they connect, how they felt, they built their self-esteem and self-confidence. So now we're gonna be talking about the relationship.
Yes, how to honor your first relationship. Which is yourself.
Is yourself, yes.
Many people will tell you it's other things,
yes,
but it really is yourself. Because if you do not love yourself,
sure,
you can't love anything else.
Absolutely. I want to hear your story a little bit, so we have a little bit time, and then we'll go right into the points.
Well, my story. When I was 18, I had a very good friend.
So what you mean when you were 18?
When I was 18.
You look 18.
Thank you, though.
You like
Thank
that?
you. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me just give you a full on look. Yeah, right. So I look 18.
Yes.
But when I was 18, actually, I had a very good friend, and we were going to a party with her and her fiance and me. We were all going to this party. We were very excited. I'm 18, right? No curfew. Yes. Like going to this grown person party, which was fantastic. Because on the way there, my friend is sitting there in this front seat with her fiance, and her fiance is angry. You guys were 5 minutes late. I can't believe you. And just going up and just belittling my friend so horribly.
Wow.
And I said something. Because I said, I mean, I don't care if you had a bad day. We were 5 minutes late. You don't need to call her stupid and all these other names. That's not appropriate. That's not an appropriate response to that. And then I found myself being dragged out of the car by her fiance, by my hair, punched in the face, beat up.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, what just happened? I was going to a grown person party. I had on my nice outfit. I was so excited. I'm 18. Let's do it. And that did not end the way I thought it would end.
Just because you're defending her.
Right. Just because I was defending my friend. And I've always had a very strong self-person, like who I am.
Okay, good. But something crushed you.
And that came along, and then people in my life that knew them and knew me, they said, well, you've always been a very smart-mouthed person, always been sarcastic, so you kind of deserve what you got. And I said to myself, what?
No, I don't deserve that.
No, I don't. Who deserves that?
Yeah.
And I had to recognize, I had to do some self-respect, and I had to say to myself, it's not your fault. It's their fault. Because you wouldn't have done that to anybody. You wouldn't expect anyone to do it to you.
I mean, you were defending. It's not like you were trying to be a person who have a loud opinion about something. It's not real. It's not worthy to defend. I mean, it was your place to defend the lady.
Right. I was defending my friend, but to hear what was said about me and just my circle of friends and who I thought they were, and they weren't these people, and they're telling me that I deserve this, and you just need to like act like a lady because you've never acted like a lady, and all these things from people that I thought I knew and loved, kind of crushed my spirit. So I had to sit down and think about life at 18, and I had to grab it and think, you know what, you're not that person. Yes, could you have handled it better? Yes, maybe you could have handled it better, but you're a good person. You were trying to do what was right, and that was the point.
Okay, but that's good. See, by telling yourself I couldn't handle it better, yes, but if you then you don't feel guilt. You worked on your self growth at the same time. It's you worked on yourself. You didn't say, well, no, I didn't do anything wrong. I probably couldn't handle it a little bit better, but doesn't mean that the person have a right to beat me.
Right.
Even if you didn't handle it right, it doesn't mean they need to handle it wrong.
Right. And so I thought that to myself, and I said, okay, well, all right. I could handle this better. How could I ever handle this better? And then you just go to think about how you can handle things better, and it kind of helps you grow. And so at 18, when I went out, and I was 18 and a half, and I wanted to get a job or whatever, I was speaking to people, and I would have never thought, I mean, your face is so young, but I would have never thought you were 18. I would have thought you were 26, because so much wisdom, maturity. And I thought, well, okay. All right, I learned something. I did something. I'm excited. I did something positive. So, and I think this is why I love this one book. This one. I thought I did my journey alone. Was because I think when we have these conversations with women, everyone thinks that they were the only one. And the more and more I talk to people, the more they get to see that they're not the only one. And that's actually some of those things that help us to have more self-confidence, to know that it wasn't just some random act by this awful person and it was just me that caused it to happen. No, this happens to other people. And they're okay, and it's good. You go around you, as they were all saying, that support to know that you weren't on this journey alone, and you're not the only person.
That's something that something like this can happen. I mean, two wrong doesn't make it right. If you were wrong and was speaking it this way or defending this lady this way, it couldn't come to you and say, hey, you maybe put your attitude together or something, you know, and snap out of it. It doesn't mean nobody should hit anybody. In my opinion, no matter what it is, if you're wrong, you're right, whatever, there is different way to really go around it. And that's so the lessons of what is it? We have few minutes left. What is it that you recommend for them to do in order to have that, keep that relationship with themselves?
Well, as Winona, one day she shared with me one of the things that she did, and I just thought that was one of the best things. She says, when you get up in the morning, you'll list 5 things that you love about yourself.
Nice.
Not 5 things you hate about yourself, 5 things you love about yourself.
That you love about yourself.
Okay, like I have a great smile, and I like to read books.
I have a lot of wisdom, but I look young.
Yeah, I have a lot of wisdom, and I look young. And you just say these things, not to say that you're trying to be pompous. You're just trying to tell yourself, okay, so when I go out this door, I can hold my head up high. Yes, I'm going to face my challenges. Yes, I'm going to have my own things to do. But remember those 5 things. Those 5 things that are good for you. What you bring to the world, what you bring to the table, that no one can replace that.
Yeah, nobody can, because that's on your own uniqueness, and everybody has something good about themselves. So now, would you like to give your website really quick?
Yes,
where they can connect with you?
If you would like to connect with us, our television show, radio show, podcasts, or any of those lovely books and or CDs that you saw, you can do that at andwethought.com. You can always email these lovely ladies at ladies@andwethought.com, and check us out on YouTube and on the Roku TV.
Oh, nice. See, they're busy ladies.
Always.
Thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate you came all the way from Washington, D.C. and a rainy day in Las Vegas.
Right. I think we brought it with us.
It is nice to have you, and I hope to get you back again.
Oh, definitely.
That would be another excuse, right?
Yes.
Next book, we'll do that.
Definitely.
And for all of you here watching, I would like to leave you with one of my quotes, is that you don't have to be perfect to be beautiful and powerful. All you have to do is just be yourself. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.